Good morning. It's time for Daily Dose with Dr. Lazar. Thanks so much for joining. We hear all the time about training, and there are concepts of training versus trying. If you're going to not train, and then are you going to go run a marathon and try to complete it? No, you're going to train before that. Are you going to not practice your piano or guitar and then go do a concert and try to complete the concert? No, you're going to train. So that concept is good. We need that concept. We need to understand that. But there's a verse in the Bible, and parents, I'm talking to you this morning. There's a verse in the Bible that says, train your child up in the way he should go, and when he gets older, he won't depart from it. Well, it's a great verse. I mean, I can't really, say anything bad about what's in the Bible, but here's the thing. We often view the concept of training in both of those situations as the same, and it's not. It is not the same at all. In fact, the people who think training their children means being authoritarian, domineering, condescending, exasperating. That's the right word. Those are the people who are most likely to push their kids away. And we see and hear that all the time. Now, as you know, I've got 3 kids, and there are seasons we have more kids than that. When we were doing foster care, we had more than just our 3. But here's the thing. We are called as parents to train our children up in the way they should go. What that doesn't mean is crack the whip, be pushy. Think about the coach that's always screaming in their players' faces. That's not really training. And in fact, the Hebrew word for train that was used in that scripture, it has the same translation as when a midwife, after a baby was born, a midwife would put her finger in oil and put it on the roof of the baby's mouth to start, so the baby would start suckling so that he could latch on and nurse from his mother. That is what the translation of the Hebrew word train in that context meant, is just get your children started. Get your children started with love, with encouragement. It doesn't mean they get to run the asylum. It just means that you don't approach your relationship with them as cracking the whip. Now, listen, I'm learning this right along with you. There are times I've gotten it right, and many, many more times than that I haven't. But it's an interesting concept. The English language has a word that can have multiple meanings as well, but usually there's one that we'll associate it with. Well, the cool thing about the Hebrew is that it was very clear what the intention was of that verse. It was not push your kids or scream at your kids. It was just like a midwife would put oil on her finger and put on the roof of a newborn's mouth to start him suckling so he could nurse. That is what we're supposed to do with our kids. Hey, I hope that's encouraging. If there's anything I can do to help you or pray with you, go ahead and put that in the chat. I'd love to see how things are going for you. Also, super, super, super exciting. Tomorrow, if you're watching this live, tomorrow, Thursday night at our office, we are doing our first in-person new patient orientation since March. I cannot tell you how excited I am. We are over capacity on that, so we can't take any more people for that. But if you're interested, send a message here. I'm going to just put it right here. Just email us. It's going to be care@drlazar.com, and we can put you on the list for the next one that comes up. If you want to learn some stretches and how to sleep and things to do to protect the integrity of your spine and nervous system, that workshop will be for you. We also have one on demand, which is great information, but there's something really special about being with you in person and sharing some of that time together. Hey, I'm Dr. Lazar. Thanks so much for joining. I'll be back tomorrow for